Yo, what's up, guys? We're back on All the Mods 10, and the plan for today is to tidy up our AE2 crystals and finally get our mystical agriculture farm fully automated. So let's get right into it. Alright, so first things first, we're going to need some cardboard boxes, and the easiest way to do this early game is going to be with the productive trees sawmill. So we're going to go ahead and get one of these rolling. Grab a piece of iron. Alright, so I believe this is as simple as throwing it down and throwing in some of this and just giving it just a second. Alright, and within just a couple minutes, no power, no nothing, we got a good stack of sawdust and plenty of planks. So we're just going to go ahead and get a couple of these cardboard boxes going, probably just 6 of them. We'll be fine with just 2, but a couple spare won't hurt. And between last episode, I went ahead and already made a meteorite compass. Pretty simple craft. You just throw a regular compass inside of a charger and let it sit for a couple seconds. Sadly, where we're at in the pack, the compass isn't actually working. It just shows the same direction, but if you look down in the hotbar, it does actually spin. So we can still go ahead and use it. It just doesn't work in your hand. Not entirely sure why, but yeah, no problem. So the main reason we're out here with this compass right now is to find ourselves one of these flawless budding crystals. So all the other types of crystals do build up Certus quartz clusters, but after about, I don't know, 30, 40, they break, and you have to recharge them with charge crystals. So it's not very automated because you have to go in, break the blocks, throw the they turn into Certus quartz blocks. Throw the blocks in a puddle of water with some charged crystals. And that's just not exactly what I'm looking for in terms of the Certus quartz being automated. So, a pretty good amount of iron leggings right there. So we're going to go ahead and head out to a couple of meteorites and see if we can't box up a couple of these flawless ones. You can't mine them, or else every time you mine any of the budding crystals, they deteriorate to the one form lower, so one tier lower of crystal. And I believe, if this compass is right, we should be somewhere right above one, but I'm not seeing one below us. Yep, we are spinning. Not exact. Oh, wow, the shaders looks really good underwater. I'm not exactly sure where it's going to be, so I'm just going to dig down here a little bit, see if there's anything I can find. Alright, yeah, so I didn't think I was going to need any torches, but we're only one block down, and yeah, here we are. Oh, that broke right back up, but right below the gravel here was plenty of skystone, and here we are. I'm not sure if there's actually any flawless here. I don't think so. Let's see a couple of these other ones. Chipped. Here's the flawless. Alright. So we're going to throw that in a cardboard box. Oh. Throw that in the box. Go ahead and break that box. And there we go. Flawless budding crystal. So we take that and we throw that right back. Oh, and another one right on the other side here. Perfect. So we can get flawless in both of our setups. That is fantastic. Alright, there we go. Definitely gonna take everything else here, because you can just place these down and let them deteriorate, and it's free Certus quartz blocks. Alright, so we're back at base, and it's about 20 minutes later, because I could not get it to stop raining. And here we are. And then take off this box, and this right here should... Oh, I need to go grab some wood. So these flawless budding crystals, another one of these guys. Absolutely useless. Alright, so these flawless budding crystals shouldn't decay at all. So they should stay around. I believe, if I'm reading the pack right, these ones shouldn't decay at all, and I'll just be able to mine as much as I can off of these. We'll give it a couple minutes and see, But so far, just as I've been taking the decayed ones and I guess re-upping them, we've had a total of 280 Certus quartz, which is not too shabby. I think it's definitely going to be enough to get started on what I want to do with the farm. So I'm going to sit here for a couple minutes and make sure that these do not decay and double check the mod pack, but I'm almost positive these should be just good from here on out. Alright, so we're back. It's been about 15-20 minutes, and we have 1.2 thousand Certus quartz now, and both are still flawless budding. So I think this is just going to be running as we can for now. The biggest bottleneck is going to be our power generation, but that's next on the list. While I was waiting, I got this charger set up here to charge some of these crystals, so we're just going to throw a couple of these in here. I do believe this should work. Should charge it and then pull it over. Yep, alright. So this is all set up, and this should all just kind of run through. The next thing on the list is going to be power generation. And I'm going to throw a copper upgrade onto this, just so this can hold, what is that now? 16.4 thousand. So hopefully we can build up a pretty decent supply of that. I just got to keep this this generator going for the time being. Alright, so this has been running for quite some time. We got a 1.4k in there, and just about 90 in here. So we're going to go ahead and take stacking 16 of these, and then for our modular routers, we're actually going to go ahead and switch over our breaker modules over to just the dust for the time being, because we're going to need a lot of dust for what we're going to do. So we're just going to have these, which if they're full grown, we don't have to break them ourselves, but hopefully that one's set up. Where did all of the dust go? Did all of my dust just disappear? Alright, well, there goes some of our dust, I guess. Oh, there it all is. Alright. Got dust there, and dust there. Alright, so yeah, so we got all these going. We're gonna move with this stuff. We're gonna move this drawer over. Let this start filling up with dust. Perfect, perfect. And we're gonna do the same thing right here. Alright, so now we got everything set up on this dust. We're gonna let that run for just a little bit. We don't need too much, but what we do need, throw some nether crystals. That's crazy. I don't know what comes out like that. Alright. A little bit of redstone, a little bit of Certus quartz, and some nether quartz, and we have 2.5 stacks of flux crystals. So what we're going to be focusing here is just about as many growth accelerators as we can get, with a couple of these flux crystals left over for one more thing. I'm going to see how many of these we can get. Alright, so we've got a couple things on the to-do list here. First things first, we've got everything together for just about... We could make some more, but I'm going to leave some flux crystal for the time being. So we're going to go with 16 growth accelerators. We're going to get a crafter going. Let's grab one of these really quick for a crafting table. Oh, there we go. We're going to get a crafter. And then we are going to put together some... Oh, there we go. Some Prudentium essence. And I think we'll be good with just a stack. I don't think we're going to need more than that. So we're going to head over to the podium here really quick. And start putting together some coal seeds. So it should just be like this. And then throw down the torch. And, yep, alright. So this is working, yep, alrighty. So we're gonna get, I guess, just 6 of these, since we only have 6 prosperity seeds. I might make more, but I think we're just gonna stick with 6. Alright, so here's the basic idea of what we're gonna be doing for this farm. So we're gonna have the growth accelerators pretty much circling. I do believe I'm gonna fill this in. It's only gonna be, what is that, 7 more of them, or I think only 6, hold on. Yeah, only 6 more to completely box this in. So that might be what I do. Not entirely sure yet, but here's the basic idea. So the growth accelerators will accelerate the crop here and the crop here. And the only thing left to do is find a way to generate power for this entire system, which is partially why we've got the coal seeds. So I think the best way to do that is going to be starting with these fernators. The starting level only makes 80 FE per tick, which probably isn't going to be enough, but they're very easy to level up very quickly. So just even the basic level generates 160 FE per tick, and all that takes is just a couple of these basic capacitors, which are super cheap to make. I mean, it's just a block of redstone, a couple pieces of iron. And I went ahead and got a ton of this dielectric paste, which is also super simple. I just went down to the lava pool and sat there filling buckets. So I'm going to get started on these fernators and see how many levels into them we want to go. And yeah. Alright, so I'm pretty sure we got everything together here. We have our fernator, which is a very simple recipe. Really just super basic entry stuff, and an energy cell, which is, again, super basic recipe. You get a ton of these things. Each craft gives you 4, and then 2 of the tiny ones. And yeah, so this energy cell here can hold 1,000,000 RF, so it should be a pretty decent kind of backup if we aren't consistently making as much power as we need to at times. It should be pretty good flowing, but at the same time it might not be. We'll just have to see. I'm going to quick sleep really quick. So if we do need a little bit of the cushion, we're going to have that with the energy cell. Yeah, I'm not really too concerned. I'm thinking we should be making enough power. We're just going to go ahead and get this started now, get this going. And yeah, that moves pretty quick. So the basic idea here is just going to be taking power to these, and that should start filling everything. And then putting down some coal seeds, and these should start to grow pretty quickly here. Decently fast, at least. Alright, this might be a little bit longer than I was thinking. We might look into some boosters. I'm going to go grab these really quick, because I know I had placed these there, placed these here before, and then between last episode and now, I've learned that it doesn't, when it says on here range, that means directly up and down and has nothing to do with an actual, like, AoE. So it has to be right below each block. Now, this is only 4 of them, but I have a feeling even that 4 is going to strongly improve just this one specifically. Comparatively, it is looking pretty decent. So I think we are going to stick with this, and this is... Ooh. We might be straight at equal power. And this is also going to be working on this side as well. So we also have the inferium seeds growing, and this is... So there we go, 14 coalescence already. So it looks like we're basically net even on power, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but if I want to keep growing this and stacking this up and maybe even extending vertically to several layers of this, I am going to need to get into better versions of the Fernator, which is not too big a deal. It's, again, a very, very simple crafting recipe. I mean, I have this stuff to do it now. Tier 3 is where it starts to get a little bit interesting. We need this energized steel and hardened capacitors, which is more of just energized steel, which is not too bad to get our hands on. It's just going to be this energizer here, which is actually a construction block. It's a whole building, but it's just some gold and iron and a little bit of power. But we can go look at that here. So this is what that energizer is going to look like. So I might start getting after that. Again, all of the power stuff is very, very simple crafting recipes. There's nothing extreme about any of this stuff. It's basically all just iron, redstone, and this dielectric paste, which is you get 24 every craft. Very, very simple. So for the time being, I'm going to figure out a system to circulate this coal essence back into the generator so we have continuous power. And yeah. All right, so here's the basic idea of the setup. It looks pretty terrible for the time being. This is kind of what we're working with materials wise. These pipes are very cheap to make and very easy to use. But for the time being, this is kind of what we're working off of. So we got some item pipes pulling out of the chest, a sophisticated storage filter upgrade pulling out only coal essence. That coal essence is going into a Zycraft auto crafting machine, as you can see here. And this, I'm definitely going to have to put a drawer between here so this doesn't completely stock up. And then that's filtering right into the Furnator. So this is pretty much, I think it should be at least, obviously. I'd have to let it run for a little bit. I'm actually going to take this out because that's kind of the stuff we backed up while I had. I'm going to take it, actually I'm going to take it all out. Put like 5 in just so it has power for a little bit and see if it can build up enough on its own system. Obviously we're only at 6 coal seeds right now, so that's definitely going to have to go up, and it will here in just a moment, especially with how much inferium essence we have. We can make as many coal seeds as we want, but I think that this is going to be the best method for the time being. Obviously it's going to have to get cleaned up a little bit, but this is definitely pretty well on our way to complete automation. I'm going to have to find a way to tidy this up and expand just a little bit. I'm going to get more crystals going. I had turned this off for the time being just because we're up to 4,000. But if we want to get these growth accelerators going, we're definitely going to have to keep pumping those out. So I'm going to see if I can possibly tidy this up a little bit and start expanding a little bit more. Alright, so I found my first death of the pack to a swamp enderman. I'm trying to get myself a couple of slime balls, and I'm not really having the best luck. I went over to the closest the closest swamp biome, and just cleared it all out. I switched the difficulty to hard. I'm not exactly sure what else I can do. I've just been waiting night after night. I've been fighting over there so much I broke my sword, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to get my hands on this slime ball, but I think I'm just going to stick it out in the swamp and hope for the best. But I guess we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so inside this swamp biome, I'm not having any luck with just about anything, finding any of these slimes. But next to one of the trees, there was a slimy nest from productive bees. So I think we might be able to get into this and just make ourselves a nest at home and come grab a sturdy bee casing. I don't know what kind of nests we can make, but I'm pretty sure there is a couple that we can make. Yeah, so even like an oak nest. Oh, and my axe is about to break. I think the best bet would be trying to get the slime out of this bee. For one reason or another, I'm not really sure. I cannot get any slimes to spawn here. I cut down all the trees inside of the biome. For some reason, it actually ends right there. I don't know how those are still like swampy trees. But I'm gonna go get this bee back to base and see if we can get something rolling on that. Alright, so while I'm sitting around waiting for these bees to make some honey, I'm going to give you a rundown of what's going on here. So, I have a sturdy casing with a little slimy bee inside of it. And then what we're going to do here is make a beehive. So we're going to need one of these, and then we're going to go to an advanced beehive. Let's see. There we go. Alright, so these advanced beehives are going to allow us to just simply collect out of them instead of the regular collection that you do with these. But first things first, for just a straight beehive that we can place and fill, we need at least 3 honeycombs. So I just have to sit around and do this and wait for these bees' nests to generate some honey. And then we can get our honeybee down and, oh, sorry, our slime bee down and start getting some slime. Alright, so it took about 25 minutes, but we finally got honey out of this nest here, and also another one right over there. And I'm going to go ahead and leave these campfires here in case I need to come back. But yeah, so now we can finally get started on bees. Alright, so we went straight ahead and got ourselves an advanced beehive, so we can go ahead and open it up and have a GUI here. And we have our slimy bee down in this nice little house. Hopefully that bee has linked to this beehive. We'll have just a little bit of a wait and we'll see, but I do believe he doesn't really look like he's the biggest fan of being in here. So we'll have to see, but he should be all right with being in here. There is a possibility that we have to make his own home. So a slime. I'm not entirely sure, but that might be a possibility. Lumber bees, slimy delight logs. Yeah, but we'll see. If he isn't a fan of just the base one, I'll figure out how exactly we can get slime from him. Alright, so I got a flower down, and I'm definitely hearing some interaction noises. Yep, there it is right there. So now that we have this going, now everything should be good, and all we'll have to do is go ahead and wait for... Oh, there it is. Would you look at that? And now he should slowly offload his slimy comb in here, and that should get us some slime balls going. Alright, while we're waiting for that bee to generate some slime, we're going to go ahead and get started on the journey to the supremium hoe. It's going to be quite a lot. We're going to need 8 of every material. So I'm not sure if we'll have enough here, but it's definitely going to be a good start. We're going to go ahead and get everything. It's probably be a much... I don't know why I won't move a stack in. Alright, well, I guess I'll keep doing it by hand. We only need 8 of every type, so it shouldn't be too bad when it comes to usage here. Oh, we're definitely going to need another infusion crystal, though. Which is not too bad at all. Get another one of those going really quick. The supremium hoe is definitely top of our list for needs when it comes to the farm. Mainly because the unbreakable is huge. This farm has just been digging through hoe after hoe after hoe, so we're definitely going to need to get that supremium. So we're going to go ahead and craft these all up. Alright, so crafting everything up got us to 6 supremium, a little bit of tertium, a little bit of prudentium, and also for the quest rewards, we got these here, so this is going to be a huge help. So that's all the Imperium we need. Obviously, the Prudentium's not very difficult at all. We have a little bit more tertium that we could use, and maybe get a little bit farther, but I went ahead and put 4 more osmium hose inside of the pylon to hopefully get just a couple more of those going. We could get all 8 of the supremium here. There we go. that, but we are going to be down a couple on everything else. So you got to go each tier of the hoe one by one and use the last tier to get it there. So it's going to be quite a lot of each, along with like 8 or 10 diamonds and 8 or 10 iron, but we are not too far off. It's coming in rather quick, and we have complete supply with coal here. It's actually a lot more than I thought it was going to be. We're almost up to 8 stacks, and I haven't put anything in yet, so we're still going to be looking for a better furnator, just so that we can build up some more power on the energy cell, and 1 for expansion, 2 for maybe some of the other things going on out here. But baby steps, baby steps. We're going to start with the... How many times am I going to break this? We're going to start with just getting the unbreakable hoe going and waiting for these slime balls for what I have planned to clean all of this up. Alright, so our bees have been at work for quite some time now. We've got 42 of this slime comb here, and I believe it's a 10%, 20% chance to get a slime ball. So hopefully we can run this through and get ourselves a couple of slime balls. Oh, look at that. That's a nice graphic. Alright, so out of those 40 odd slimy honeys, we got 8 slime balls, and luckily we only needed 1. So we're going to go ahead and get a couple pistons going. Get one here. Oh, a little bit of wood. And some iron. Did not mean to put that there. Alright, so 1 regular piston. Turn that into a sticky, and then get another regular piston. And we're going to grab 1 of these sender modules and 1 polar module, and then we're going to need to upgrade both of these, which luckily we have a couple ender pearls right here. Mark II and Mark II. Alright, so I've already got a little bit of this set up over here, but the basic idea is going to be a polar module out of here. Now I've got a little room set up down here, and it's all going to be pulled into this this modulator right here. So hopefully, put that in there. It will start pulling things out. Now I do have to go and change the blacklist on the chest. Alright, so hopefully if we just turn this off, just take the filter upgrade out, and then hopefully I do believe this is all we should need to do with this. This should pull things out of here. Let me see. Give me just a second. Let me see if I can figure this out. Alright, so there we go. All I had to do there was just keep it on the chest. You don't click the modular router. You just pull straight out of the chest, and here it is. Now that's not very fast, and it's not going exactly where I was wanting it to. Hopefully if we kind of center these up. It's definitely not very fast. I think we might have to go grab a stack upgrade. But this is now pulling out of here, which we have a lot of inferium essence. So we should be able to go ahead and get our supremium hoe now. But that gets rid of all the piping on top of there. And then the only thing left is our power system. Alright, so I went ahead and made a configuration tool from functional storage, and we should be able to lock all of these now. So this is exactly where they'll be. So there shouldn't be... Yeah, so now nothing else is going to be able to fill these unless we unlock and fill them ourselves. So these will start to fill only those. Alright, and 1 more modular router upgrade. No, this actually needs to be a tile, Kiwi tile. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. All right. So hopefully this. Oh, actually a different crafting recipe. Let's see if we can get this going really quick. Blank upgrades. Stack upgrade. There we go. Let's go see if putting this in here can pull a couple more at a time. Alright, 2 is definitely not as many as I was thinking. There's a possibility that maybe the augment would be better. But for the time being, that's definitely still, we might be able to get also just a couple of these going. I'm going to go ahead and get 3 more of them just because we have the upgrades and see what that can do for us. Alright, just with those 3 more, we definitely have a full buffer here. So now the only bottleneck is going to be our item pipes, which we'll probably switch out what pipes we use pretty soon here, just as we get more materials building up in here. But as you can see, I already have 700 of the Inferium Essence pulled out of the collection chest, and it's definitely looking a lot better in here. It's definitely looking a lot manageable. Now, it isn't working at the time being, but now that we have this amount of Inferium, we should be able to get a supremium hoe. But the next main thing is getting all of this power stuff out of here. Alright, so the last piece of the puzzle on the electricity is going to be these wireless block chargers. There's going to be 2 tiers of them, so we're going to need both of these redstone blocks here. And then this one. And then this turns into... Oh. There we go. And then this turns into... Hopefully we can find some glowstone. There we go. So this is going to give 200 RF per tick to any nearby block per block. So hopefully it's a 7x7x7, which is perfect for this because these are laid out in a 7x7. So anywhere up and down 7 blocks, it's going to be able to charge these. So we're going to get this whole electrical system moved down, and hopefully we can get everything wireless. Alright, here we are, completely wireless with the farm. So we got everything growing. I just fed it a couple more osmium hose because I didn't realize how many diamonds it's actually going to take to get the supremium hoe, because we're going to need 2 for this, so 4 for the first one, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think I only have like 4 or 5, so I'm going to have to look for a lot more of those before I go ahead and get that supremium one down. But yeah, here we go. Completely wireless on the Mystical Agriculture Farm, and then also we have quite a bit of Inferium Essence going, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that. Yeah, we already got 1k and another one. So take all this out. Hopefully we can do this. There we go. Put all of that in there. Yeah, 3.1 thousand already. And then we got the whole power setup coming in over here and then going up to that wireless charger. I'm going to have to fill all this in here in a little bit, but this is the basic idea. You got the coal essence there coming up into the fabricator, which has no idea what it's doing. And then coming into the coal drawer and then just straight into the furnator, which we do have a good bit of coal built up. So we might see, since this system is making so much coal off just those 6 plants that we have down, of maybe getting another furnator and really stacking up a lot more power. And then also I've started getting into the energized to get to the higher tier of those. This stuff is pretty simple, so we shouldn't have too much of a problem getting these energized steel and getting higher up into these blocks here. It just slowly gets more and more expensive with the charging and everything, but one step at a time. Hardened is definitely not going to be too hard to get to. It's just the energized gold and iron. And yeah, definitely getting a couple of these going might be a good idea. But for the time being, we're okay with just the starter. Alright guys, I think we're going to head it off there. Got a good amount of stuff done today and a lot to get ready for the next setup, which is going to be our computer system. So, got a lot to do for that, and I'll see you guys next time.